that would be great, man. You know, now that I remember, now that you said that, you know, I think the biggest challenge would be Usyk. That's something like out of this world.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? But you know, but that's the only guy that I think that would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that would be another big challenge. That's another topic, you know, because he is the fucking pound for pound best.
Legs, pass. I mean, what type of fighter?
Brother, right now,
that could.
There's no ingredient. There's nothing to beat the Mexican monster. What I seen, even me, I'm impressed. I'm like, what the fuck? How does he throw those fucking big punches like the locking shots? How did he drop that hand and hit you? And then he's gonna do it again, but he changed it down. Uppercuts, you know, everything, bro. You know, footwork, defense. You know, right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see any danger for David Benavidez at 175 and at cruiserweight or
Evening peeps, good evening everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe.
Benavidez, Mexican flag emoji, Ecuadorian flag, versus Usyk, Ukrainian flag. We ain't matching David like that. We don't need no 240-pounder. You know, Usyk be like, I think I seen him weigh like 240 unless it was 224. We gotta see. But Usyk got very good boxing skill, man. He's gonna try to stay away from David. He ain't gonna give us the fight we want. And he's got underrated power. Look what the fuck he did to Fury, bro. He put Fury on Queer Street. Shit. Who hurt Fury more, Ngannou or Usyk? Because I think I remember Usyk is the one that had Fury bouncing from rope to rope, right? Or did Ngannou do that shit?
What's poppin', boxing fans? Got some news coming to you right now. David Benavidez this past Saturday took apart Gilberto Zurdo Ramirez in a single-to-mile fight. Now, Turkey Al-Sheikh came out and said that the fight that he wants to make in 2027 would be David Benavidez versus Oleksandr Usyk.
David Benavidez has shocked the boxing world once again, but this time the ambition coming from his camp is on an entirely different level. After dominating another weight division, fans expected the usual callouts at light heavyweight or cruiserweight. Instead, Team Benavidez sent a message nobody saw coming. Their target is none other than Oleksandr Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight king. Behind the scenes, major conversations are already taking place involving enormous financial backing, powerful promoters, and a long-term strategy that could push this unbelievable matchup closer to reality.
Why the biggest challenge might be going up to heavyweight and maybe facing a heavyweight?
Yeah, that could be the reason. You know, at the end of the day, you know, he's fucking beating everybody, every division, so might as well go to fucking heavyweight. You know. But that would be great, man. You know, now that I remember, now that you said that, you know, I think the biggest challenge would be Usyk. That's something like out of this world.
Yeah.
Does it make sense? But you know, but that's the only guy that I think that would be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
You know? That would be another big challenge. That's another topic, you know, because he is the fucking pound for pound best.
I mean, you spoke about Roy Jones Jr. He went up to heavyweight to find a challenge.
Yeah, no, and I think that's what I'm saying. You know, like, I think he's really young right now. The weight is not there. You know, he's gonna go down to 175. I mean, we're not even there develop at cruiserweight. You know, so.
The aftermath of the brutal victory over Gilberto Ramírez revealed exactly how Team Benavidez views the current boxing landscape. While fans were still reacting to the fight, Jose Benavidez Sr. grabbed the spotlight and delivered a bold statement. He confidently claimed there is nobody left at 175 or cruiserweight capable of stopping his son. According to him, David has evolved into a relentless force who overwhelms opponents with non-stop pressure, power, and aggression. The camp believes championships alone are no longer enough. Their focus now is building a legacy that places Benavidez among the all-time greats.
Canelo, Canelo Albert was here, you know.
He told me he wasn't interested in staying for the main event, that he only came
well,
to see
thank
how
God
he
he left.
and took off.
Thank God he left, because otherwise he would have gotten really scared, you know. With that kind of performance, I would leave too, you know. But you know, to be honest with you, David's a cruiserweight champion now, 3 division champion, you know. that guy's never gonna fight David. You know, I mean, David's the face of boxing now. It's his era. You know, Canelo is not the same no more. He's tired. Reflexes are not good. You know, the feet is not good no more. His power's not there anymore. I think he's gonna struggle with them, Billy. You know, at the end of the day, man, I just want to talk about David Benavidez. To be honest, the Mexican monster. You know.
And with that, what's next? We've heard B-Ball all the talk all week about going back down to 75.
B-Ball gave us a belt, handed us a belt, you know, the WBC belt. Muchas gracias. Right, same here, bro.
We're here. You know, Oscar
no,
loves him.
No. Hey, por Oscar se hizo esto por ustedes.
No, güey.
Y como te digo, gracias al Zurdo que nos dio la oportunidad, no tenía que. Pero esos putos huevotes. Ya, esos huevotes, ese es un pinche guerrero para mí.
Felicidades.
Gracias, muchas gracias.
¿Qué mijo? Whatever you need.
Yeah, thank you. So, B-Ball, you know, it's you know, he handed us the WBC belt 175. He didn't want to fight. Benavidez didn't want to fight. So hopefully, after this performance, I thought we were going to get a fight, but I don't think they're going to fight. You know, it's going to be mandatory for WBA to fight David Benavidez.
To understand why the Usyk challenge is making so much noise, you have to look at what Benavidez has already accomplished. Capturing titles across multiple divisions has elevated his reputation to another level, and many fighters are now viewed as hesitant to step inside the ring with him. Team Benavidez believes his pressure-heavy style, durability, and fearless mentality make him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport today. With fewer elite challenges remaining in the lower divisions, they are now looking upward toward the heavyweight division in search of the ultimate test.
It's insane to maybe ask. We just saw the heavyweight rematch yesterday, not yesterday, a couple days ago, and you know, Usyk essentially dethroned the whole entire division, 2 division undisputed. He's, you know, flirted with the idea, probably not, but maybe going down the cruiserweight. If you get past this division, you know, Bivol or Arthur better be winner, is it far-fetched to ask you of a cruiserweight and maybe even you and Usyk? Like, is that insane to think, or?
To be honest with you, I had to deal with these monsters in this weight class first. Usyk, I don't think I have enough experience to go against Usyk. To be honest, I'm just being 100% honest. But, I mean, like you say never. Maybe in the future, but as right now, I'm just focused on these guys. Maybe in, I don't know, I would say maybe in 5-6 years, but in 5-6 years, he's probably going to be like 40-some or probably even older. But I don't know. I think I have a tremendous respect for Usyk, and he's the greatest of all time. And if I have the opportunity to share the ring with him, I'm not going to say no. But, you know what I mean, it's probably going to be the hardest fight.
Just when critics dismissed the Usyk callout as emotional post-fight hype, major reports from insiders completely shifted the conversation. ESPN reporter Mike Coppinger revealed that influential Saudi boxing figures are already exploring the possibility of making the fight happen in 2027. Suddenly, what sounded impossible began looking very real. Team Benavidez originally planned a gradual move toward heavyweight over several years, but massive investment and worldwide demand may accelerate that timeline dramatically. The long-term blueprint is no longer hidden, and momentum behind the matchup is rapidly building.
Speaking of spectacle, the Mexican monster David Benavidez went on Cam and Mace's It Is What It Is podcast. It's a good podcast. He was asked about opponents he'd be interested in and said, quote, maybe one day we could get a fight with Usyk. I would definitely be up for that task. Now, guys, he's been clear with us. He doesn't mean Usyk right now, because before then, there's Beterbiev, right? There's Bivol. There's Opataya at cruiserweight. But, guys, if David Benavidez is good enough to get through those guys, I think he could be an interesting matchup with Usyk. And let me tell you why. Guys, are you familiar with the transitive property in mathematics? What that means is if equation A equals equation B and equation B equals equation C, then A equals C. If A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C, right? That doesn't work that way in boxing. There's no transitive property in boxing. Just because Joe Frazier beats Muhammad Ali and George Foreman beats Joe Frazier, that doesn't mean George Foreman beats Muhammad Ali. And so I understand Usyk is now a heavyweight. He's beaten these giants, etc., etc. But Benavidez is a high-volume puncher with fast hands. If he could take the power at heavyweight, this is presuming he beats Bivol and or Beterbiev and Opetaia. I'm not saying he does all those things, but if he does, he's proven himself to be of even better quality than he looks right now, which is very high. I think he could give a 40-year-old heavyweight champion at that point a real...
One major question still remains unanswered: the silence of Oleksandr Usyk. The heavyweight champion has not publicly responded to the challenge, but there may be a very simple reason. Usyk is reportedly fully focused on his upcoming mega event in Egypt, or he is preparing for a massive showdown against kickboxing superstar Rico Verhoeven. With the fight expected to take place near the Great Pyramids, the event carries enormous pressure and global attention. Usyk appears completely locked into the challenge ahead, refusing to let distractions interfere with his preparation.
Very happy to see you back. I think boxing smiles when they see the name Usyk on a poster. But being here again, Oleksandr, on the big stage, how does it feel for you to be back once again?
I feel good. Listen, hi everyone. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very happy back in UK. You know, I missed a little bit. 6 months, yeah, last time. Thank you so much. Thank you, organization who do this. Thank you, Rico. Thank you, Rico team. For me, it's a challenge. A lot of people say, "Why you choose? You're not a boxer." It's a great guy. It's a dangerous guy. You want, you know, please. One time, I wanna do what I want, not what need, because a lot of time I do what need another people, and you must, you have to boxing like this. You must boxing like this. I say, okay. Now I do what I need.
Even without an official response from Usyk, the boxing world has exploded with debate over the possibility of this fight. Promoters, analysts, and former fighters are split on whether Benavidez can realistically compete with an elite heavyweight technician like Usyk. Veteran promoter Lou DiBella dismissed the idea immediately, showing just how divided opinions are across the industry.
Come to speed, this is something you always agree with when it comes to Usyk. I believe it could be a smaller guy to give him trouble. When I say smaller, I don't mean like these guys are like, I believe the Benavidez. I believe this is why we're so big on him fighting Moses. And I also believe this is what Usyk also knows. That's why he has no problem knocking down these giants. He'll fight AJ and Fury and all. You could even see he's trying to get after the third Fury fight. I'm not really interested in that. But he does that because he know, oh, these big giants is really nothing. Not nothing like that, but they're not just basically on the level where he will mind. What really would give him problems is a smaller guy, Otama, a fast guy, Benavidez, somebody that can move in, hit, and don't have actually slow feet like that. So I get where you're coming from, Max, and I get where Mike is coming from with Benavidez. It's not a long shot why I could see why he would want that fight, so it makes sense, but he has Zurdo Ramirez to handle on May 2nd.
By the way, Usyk had some tough fights at cruiserweight, as much as at heavyweight. Like Michael Hunter gave him a nice fight. I called that fight. He fought, who did Opetaia beat for the cruiserweight title? The long-reigning champion, Mike Coppinger.
Marius
Bradis. Bradis is one of the best cruiserweights ever, really, in the 50-year division of history of that division. Bradis gave him like he's had tough fights at cruiserweight. Usyk, because those guys.
Across Reddit and boxing forums, fans are arguing non-stop about the matchup. One side believes moving up to face Usyk would be an extremely dangerous gamble for Benavidez, especially against a heavyweight master known for his movement, IQ, and experience. Others believe Benavidez's relentless pressure and volume punching could create serious problems for even the most skilled heavyweight fighters. Supporters see him as a fearless competitor willing to chase greatness regardless of the risk.
How important is it for you to get a chance to fight him without all the red tape in the way?
I mean, I think that's the biggest fight in the world, especially at this weight division. You know, and that's definitely a fight I want. Like I said, I'm not scared of nobody. This is Monstro's world. And if he wants to get that fight, we get that fight. I don't know why he went to Zuffa. We could have made this fight right after this one. You know, but now I don't know if he got stripped by the IBF or what it is. You know, I'm not gonna go over there and fight for a Zuffa title, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that would be a great fight to make in the future. And I mean, I respect Jai Opetaia a lot. He's a great fighter, and I think he has to come back over here to make these fights happen because, you know, we can't make no fights in Zuffa.
So that's what I wanted to secondarily ask was that, do you feel like fighters are losing their power by going over to Zuffa?
I think that, I mean, yeah, I think they definitely are losing their power. I mean, it's just a lot of politics in that. You know, I think Dana White has showed that he doesn't want to do fights with PBC, DAZN. And I don't want to even feel like, I don't want to sound like I'm disrespecting him, but that's just what it looks like from the outside. If we could come to an agreement and make a big fight, let's do it.
For now, Benavidez finds himself in a dangerous transitional phase. If the Saudi-backed super fight is still years away, he may need to continue proving himself at cruiserweight before making the final jump to heavyweight. Many boxing purists want to see him take on elite names such as Dimitri Bivol or other top contenders before challenging Usyk. These are not simple tune-up fights. Every matchup carries major risk, and one costly mistake could destroy the momentum behind the potential mega fight before contracts are ever signed.
So Benavidez is too old for David, but Usyk, who is 39, isn't too old? No. I'm saying y'all acting like, oh, he gotta fight Benavidez when y'all know he gonna beat that dude up because he's going to be 41 or 42 when David fights him. That's what I'm saying. The same way I want him to fight Wilder because he's old and on the back half is the same shit I see with Benavidez. Like, I don't know how y'all think that dude he don't stand a chance with David. David is just too fast and too vicious. Bro, Benavidez always been hittable. He chinny, he been down twice. Man, listen, give me the fight. I want them fights because that's the ones y'all want, and it's just gonna make David look better. Give me the bum-ass Bivol fight. He not gonna win. He gonna stay away and try to make it boring, but David already knows him from sparring, so that ain't gonna work. Then, old Benavidez ain't gonna do no better. He old, his bones hurt.
The ambition of Team Benavidez is impossible to ignore. They are not simply chasing more belts or easy victories. Their goal is to hunt down the biggest challenge available and create a legacy that boxing fans will remember for generations. The willingness to target the heavyweight king speaks volumes about the confidence inside the Benavidez camp.
That the way that you beat Zurdo tonight will make Dimitri Bivol reluctant to fight you?
I mean, to be honest with you, I can't answer that question. I don't know what these people are thinking. If they're real champions like how they say they are, you know, they're going to take this. They're definitely going to have no problem taking this fight. I'm not trying to say be disrespectful to Dimitri Bivol. I don't think he's going to get scared away. You know, he's a great champion. But you know, at the end of the day, this is boxing. You know, that's why we're here. We're here to give the best of ourselves, and you know, I'm doubted all the time. Everybody always doubts me, but every time I get in this ring and I show myself what type of fighter I am, you know what I mean? It speaks a lot of volume about me and my character, but I'm ready to fight whoever. I'm ready. I think you guys know that 100% already. You know, wherever it is, it's 200, 175, wherever. I mean, I'm just here to test myself at the end of the day and test my greatness.
Hi, David. Congratulations on your victory. Liliana for Chicana Boxing and BoxingSocial.com. With so much of the conversation surrounding identity this week, how did it feel to perform such a dominant performance on Cinco de Mayo weekend? And do you feel like, you know, maybe you can take over the weekend moving forward in your career?
Yeah, I feel really great. I feel that I'm really starting to come into my own. Everything I speak, I do. You know what I mean? I said I was going to beat David Morrell. I said I was going to beat Caleb Plant. I said I was going to beat Yard. I said I was going to beat Zurdo Ramirez. So I'm just getting, you know, a lot of confidence in myself. And back then I thought it was a dream that I could become a great. And now I know for sure that this is my destiny. And I'm just very, very happy that I'm able to have this type of performance in Cinco de Mayo in the United States. My last fight was in Saudi Arabia. I had a great performance out there too. And it's just, you know, just a blessing to be able to follow it up with this type of performance in the United States on Cinco de Mayo.
Back. David, straight back. Andreas Hale, ESPN. When I talk to you,
can the relentless Mexican powerhouse David Benavidez truly rise through the divisions and challenge Oleksandr Usyk for heavyweight supremacy? Or will the size difference, experience, and elite skill of the Ukrainian champion prove too much to overcome? The possibility of this historic showdown is already sending shockwaves throughout boxing. Promoters are exploring the idea, fans are passionately debating it, and the heavyweight division could soon face a massive shakeup. One thing is certain, if these two warriors finally meet in the ring, the entire boxing world will be watching. Let us know your prediction in the comments. Can Benavidez conquer the heavyweight division, or is this a challenge too dangerous to survive? If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future boxing updates. Like it, comment it, subscribe to Fight Vault Boxing Glove.